Hello, this is Tim with the Way to Dude channel. Um, Glad to be with you today. Today I am discussing um, the third in my series of my approach to long range shooting, which is on a limited budget. Um, Now I'm using the Savage 10 FCP-SR. This is a police sniper rifle. The reason I have chose uh, this particular rifle and this caliber, which is 308, once again, in my discussions with you, uh, Barack Obama basically sold me this gun. Um, with the looming threat of ammunition being taken away, which started my reloading, which got me into long range shooting, um, and possibility of we were looking at a lot of people like looking at this is the end of the world, especially if Hillary got in. And so I was looking for something that I could use for a survival rifle um, that I could defend my home with. Um, I have a small ranch and I wanted to be able to shoot from one end to the other. This will allow me to do that. Um, if I had to survive, I could use this rifle to hunt almost any game in North America um, with ease. And ARs and stuff like that, yeah, I've got them. But that'd be something that my wife and my little girl would be carrying if we were in a survival situation. Um, this here gun, the 308 is a NATO round, so no matter what, it will be easy for me to obtain um, ammunition, same as the 5.56 for the AR. Um, but this is why I chose this particular one to start out with, um, because I wanted something that I could get the components easy and or ammunition. And so uh, this is this is why I took this. Um, are there flatter shooting trajectory rounds? Yes. Would that help me in my long range shooting? Yes. But once you know uh, the ballistics of a bullet, how all the physics of it, that becomes a mute point. Um, just because you got a flatter jet, if you know how that bullet is going to act and react, and you know some of the physics behind it, you can shoot right along with anybody else. Will I in the future get different calibers? Yes, I will. I'm looking at the 300 short mag, also the Grendel. I'm looking at that, and a few other calibers, but those are the two that um, I will be graduating to even get further distance. But there again, those cartridges will not be easy to obtain in a shit hit the fan scenario. When I started all this, this was what I was preparing for. So, um, this is let me get my old man glasses. As I said, this is the Savage Model 10 FCP SR Law Enforcement Series. It has the Accu trigger. It has the Accu stock. This is a nylon stock, but it's reinforced inside with an aluminum block that the receiver is mounted to, which makes it very stable. It's a full floated barrel. It's got the oversized bolt handle, 10 round clip. It's a 20-inch barrel, fluted. The end is threaded. You can put a suppressor on it. I have a muzzle brake on it. I'm running the SWFA. Well, let's keep on the rifle. They have a awesome butt pad. Really takes away the recoil. I can't say enough about this trigger. They are awesome. This is a very good rifle. You can get this rifle. MSRP on it is $785. Buzz Guns has it right now for $604. The SKU on this rifle is a 22442. Like I said, it's a right hand 1 in 10 twist. The weight on it, bare rifle, is 8.75 pounds. The overall length is 44.25 inches. Ammo capacity is 10 plus 1. It originally came with a standard rail. I put the 20 MOA on it. I also bought some heavier duty rings than what come with the SWFA scope. I also bought the Harris bipod. I originally had the UTG. They suck. This is a pivoting bipod. It goes from 9 inches to 13. If you need anything lower, use your shooting bag or your rucksack. I also put on it a cheap cheek rest, which also has extra compartment on it. I can carry a few extra shells, earplugs, Allen wrenches, and tools for slipping the scales if I need to on my scope. Okay, so let's go. And the muzzle brake is a cheap muzzle brake. The reason I got the muzzle brake is I do a lot of shooting on my own. I don't have no spotter, and there's enough muzzle rise to the 308 that you can't spot your own shot. That's the only reason I didn't get it, because this is a big, powerful gun. They don't kick that bad, but there's muzzle rise, and so in my type of shooting, I don't shoot at a range. I have my own range. It's outside my backyard. And I like shooting, setting up my target in different spots, and then go find where I want to shoot from. And that way I get to practice measuring distance and setting up for different shots, different winds, and things of that nature. The scope I'm running is the SWFA scope. It's the 10x42 straight power. It has adjustable turrets. It has a mil quad reticle. The reason why I chose this was research I've done, and Tribosaurus Rex once again does some videos on this. You need to check it out. It's also, he talks about this quite extensively in the Sniper 101. This was originally a United States Navy mil-spec scope. Is what it was designed for, the original contract. So this is a battle-worthy scope. You can read about it, or you can watch Tribosaurus Rex. He's got an excellent, more than one video on YouTube on this scope. The mil quad reticle is similar to the mil dot, so you can use it for a ranging scope. Now I have the mil rad turrets, so whatever I see in the scope, if bullets splash, I can measure that, and that the measurements in the scope are the exact same on here. So if I see 1 mil, all I have to do is click 1 mil, or 1/10 of a mil. And so the combination of the two makes it easier for me if I have to do a second shot. If I can see where the first bullet went, I can correct and be able to hit where it is I'm wanting to go for. The gun 604 at Bud's. The scope is $2.99. It will cost you extra for the sunshade and the Butler Creek covers. It's not necessary, so that's $300. The bipod, Harris bipod, I definitely recommend this over any UTG any day of the week. $79 on Amazon. My muzzle brake I got off of eBay. I forgot where, but it was like $28. Altogether in this rig is right here, $1,011 total to get you set up. I can shoot, and your range is going to depend on your temperature. Now, I can shoot at 0 degrees. I can shoot out to 960 meters. On a 90-degree day, I can shoot clear out to 1,050 meters. And I started shooting meters because it goes along with the mill reticle and the mill red turrets. Makes it easier. Do a little less math that way. Yeah, this is a gun. You can go out with this gun and shoot right alongside guys that have $3,000 guns, $3,000 scopes. You can get out and hit with them, and actually make them look kind of bad. Savage, this is a very excellent gun. I will get some shots off in some of my other videos. I'll get out and do some 100-yard to show you what kind of groups I can run with the ammo that I reload in conjunction with this gun. The bullet that I use, which I told you before, is the Sierra Match King 175 grain. It's called the Hollow Point Boat Tail. This round is a NATO approved round, even though it is a hollow point. The reason this is not a drilled hole. This hole, from what I'm gathered, is on the process of putting the copper on. Makes this hole, but it's also there for stability. If you also notice that the point is not exactly, it's not exact point, and it's kind of messed up. It looks like kind of like it's kind of deformed. It's not quite. I don't know how to put it, but some of them almost look, kind of like they've been cut off a little bit. This is designed for stability. If you start looking at the FM 23-10 sniper manual, military sniper manual, this is what the military uses. There's some documentaries on the computer, on YouTube, whatever, talking to snipers using these rounds, especially in Iraq and stuff. And they talk about the terminal ballistics of this bullet. What happens, and they state 300 yards or 300 meters, that whenever this hits soft targets, that there is a separation of the copper outside separates from the lead core, and pretty much becomes an exploding projectile, while the lead core pushes on through. I have found, because I have shot deer with this at 200 yards, and have seen this exact thing. I've shot. I didn't get a good straight shot. The bullet went in through the rib cage, exploded, blew out the heart, the lungs, and I don't know if it ricocheted off of a rib or what, but the lead core went through the deer, and I found it towards the rear of the deer. But the devastation of this bullet was, I was like, wow. Lot of people say, oh, this is only for punching paper. But do some research on it. This is a definitely has a terminal ballistic that it's bad. Anyway, this is the reason why I chose this, is because I done my research on it, and the military snipers, they love it. It takes the bad guys down. It takes a deer down, and that's the main reason I have this. It is my survival rifle. Like I said, my wife and my daughter, they'll be carrying ARs, so I mean, ARs, you can. This is going to help keep people away from where my girls don't have to use a gun, and that's the big reason I have this. And it's a good hunting rifle, and it's a great sport rifle. This scope is, like I said, it's really rugged. It's military spec scope, and for $300 you can't beat it. The glass, I've looked through a lot of more expensive glass. They put a pretty decent glass in it. I've compared it to Night Force. It's not far off. But where SWFA has put the money is in these turrets. They are accurate. When you go back to zero, you're back at zero. Like I said, watch Tribosaurus Rex. Nut and Fancy has done some videos on the Savage Model 10. I don't think he's done one on this particular model, but it was one of the basis of my choosing the Savage rifle with the Accu stock and the Accu trigger. 10 rounds, it's not bad, and you get more clips, so you can get a lot of rounds off. This bolt handle is awesome. The action, it's a short action, so you can really pump rounds out of this thing, and you're accurate at long distances. Anyway, this is the third part. I'm going to try to get out when I can. The weather's kind of messy right now, and I'll get out and get some shooting done to show you what kind of what I can do at 100 yards, and then we'll do some long distance, and that'll be the end of this series. So a couple more videos, and I'll be done with this, and I'm hoping you guys enjoy it, and watch Tribosaurus Rex, learn ballistics, and the 308 is awesome. He gives you everything you need to know on how to build your tables and everything. Nut and Fancy, you want a no BS assessment on Nut and Fancy type weapons, where you're not spending lots of money. Watch his videos; they are awesome. Also, please like, subscribe, comment. Everybody's comments are welcome. If I get things wrong, let me know. But I'm trying to do my homework and give you guys the best information. I'm not paid to do this. All this stuff is bought with my own money. And so this is stuff that I use. If I've got stuff that I don't like, I'll let you know. I try to be as honest as I can. Anyway, have a good day, and thanks a lot.